Hello students, welcome to this mini lecture. This lecture will be specifically on how to find sources for your coming project or paper for the course. I'm actually going to start though by talking about what it means to have legitimate sources in the first place. So you're being asked to have sources as part of your paper. This is part of the assignment. If you have no sources, obviously you will be deducted. So why is it important that I ask you to actually have legitimate peer-reviewed sources? Because there's a tendency today within our culture to go to Wikipedia and copy and paste something, right? Or just Google whatever artwork you're looking at and find the most recent blog, right? These are not legitimate sources. These are not peer-reviewed sources. A peer-reviewed source is something that's been written, that's actually been um, uh, observed and read by a panel of experts in the field. So most likely for this class, it's probably been actually edited multiple times by art historians and experts in the field. And that makes a source peer-reviewed, and of course that makes it more legitimate. Anything that you find, like a blog post or anything on Wikipedia, these are things that are not reviewed by anyone, basically. Perhaps they are edited in certain ways, but they're not reviewed by experts. That is to say that in some of these blogs and Wikipedia and other personal websites, sometimes aren't even really looked at by experts at all. And so the information is not necessarily factual. So this is why it's very important that all of your sources are peer-reviewed. So don't worry though, that doesn't mean it's going to be more difficult for you. It just means that you have to look elsewhere for your sources if you're used to looking things up by Googling them. But I'm here today to show you a few ways to do that. Since you're a student at STC, you have access to all the materials at the library homepage. So I'm going to go through a few different ways to find peer-reviewed sources for you. You need to have a few required as part of your project. So please be sure to do this. What you can do is start on the STC homepage here, and then scroll down to libraries and computer labs. Once you get there, there's a variety of research tools that are available to you. And this is all paid for by your tuition, so you have access to all of this. And it's really wonderful. Lots of databases for online journal databases, places to find books in town at our library and at other libraries. You can also interlibrary loan books if you'd like. Lots of options. So I'll start here though by looking to research guides. You can click here. It'll open a new page with a lot of really great things for you. So here, with any paper that you're writing for any class, not just this one, you can use this as a tool. You can type in a research topic, find information using the journal locator. So we'll try that real quick. And basically it takes you to this, and it says hello guest. So you're going to want to sign in. There you go. So now you're signed in. And what I'm going to do is put in just an artist. We haven't covered this artist in class, but I know that sources will come up. Egon Schiele. This is an artist. Please don't choose him as your artist, because then you won't have gone through the work. Look, right away, we have three sources that come to the fore. I can click on full text access. It takes me to a different database called Ebesco. And then here you have a little synopsis, and you can click here and actually get a PDF full text. So it brings you right to, this is an actual print book that just has been uploaded digitally and is available as a digital format. So here is an actual book that's just available digitally. You can actually scroll through the entire book. It's still loading. You can see here, it talks about his life, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And that's all just online for you. And then, of course, you're going to be citing these things, so you would, of course, utilize whichever style, citation style that you use for your specific discipline. So you can choose MLA, you can use APA, whatever works best for you. I use Chicago. That's what we use in the humanities and specifically in art history. Feel free to use Chicago. Otherwise, the MLA is just fine. I know that's more common. And I'll show you in just a second how to access guides which help you through citations. But here you have the author, the title of the book, the date of publication. It's all available right here for you. Okay, so that worked well. We can actually close that, and of course this search can be done with any artist, anything like that. And then let's go back to our library homepage. And next I want to show you databases. So you can click on databases, and there are a plethora of databases that are all accessible to you. Our school, STC, pays for a prescription to all of these, a subscription to all of these databases. Isn't it fabulous? So there's a few that I want to focus on that are really good. One is called Jstor. You click on the J, and it's right here. And then it'll actually bring you to a different database that, like I said, is paid for by your tuition, so you have access to this. And then you can type in anything you want. So I'm going to put in this artist's name. All right, and there you have it. So it searches. It says it's showing there's 533 search results. Of course, not all of those are going to be great, but you can scroll down. You can see book. This is a review of a book, and then some articles. You might just scroll down and find a good one. Ooh, let's see. The Pathological Body, Modernist Strategy. Oh, so click there. Or, find anything that you find interesting. And then this is a digital, this is an article that has been digitized for you. It's from the Art Journal. This one looks like it's from 2007. So everything you need for citation is right there. And the great thing about Jstor as well is there's a little button that says cite this item. So if you decide, oh, I really like this article, it tells me something interesting about his life, I'm going to use that in my essay, and I'm going to cite it here. You can click Cite this article, and it shows you exactly how to cite it in MLA, APA, or Chicago. So you can always just copy and paste that and then place it onto your paper. So this is really fabulous. It's a great way to find sources. All of these are peer-reviewed. These are all, this is an art journal, which is a peer-reviewed journal by art experts, edited by experts. And then, of course, there's a lot of other options here. As you scroll down, you see loads of other things, loads of other articles that you can click on and open and check out if you think they'll be useful in your paper. So Jstor, that's a great place to look for peer-reviewed articles. Another one that I really like to look at is humanities. Let's see. Humanities full text. Go to H, click on Humanities full text. Here again, I'll put in Egon Schiele and see what we've got. Here we've got 20, so a little bit of a smaller range, but still great. Ooh, treescapes. Click on there. You can click on the full PDF. And then you've got another wonderful peer-reviewed source. From an art journal. The source is a journal called Art History, Volume 23, Number 2 from 2000. And then you can go ahead and read this, maybe finding something interesting that you'd like to add into your essay. And then, of course, you can cite it just as you would the other one, all your citing information here at the top. All right. There's a few more. There's great stuff in here. Another one that I'll mention is called WorldCat. WorldCat is a catalog of books worldwide, which is crazy, but it's true. You can look up Egon Schiele in there, and so it'll actually show every book in the world where it is. And you can decide if you want to take a look and see if STC has certain books, UTRGV has certain books. Here's one here. This one was online. That's the one that we just looked at. And you can find all these books. It says check availability. You can check the availability at our school. It says it's at South Texas College, so you can of course go to the college webpage and then check out, find the book and actually go into a library, which I super recommend. But I understand this is an online course, so maybe you're a little bit busier or not in town. But this is a great resource as well. And again, it's called WorldCat. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you, so you've seen how we found loads of sources in the database. That's wonderful. The other thing I wanted to show you is once you get your 2 sources, or however many are required, for this assignment, I'm asking that you have 2 peer-reviewed sources, not including your textbook. Of course, you can use your textbook, but make sure you cite it. Now I want to go down and actually look at writing and citing. So I think the best place to look here is APA, MLA, and more. These are different style guides. Okay, so this actually shows you exactly how to cite things. Depends on what you're using. Again, Chicago is an art historical style guide. So, I mean, it's what we use in the art historical, in the I'm totally blanking. This is what we use as art historians in the discipline of art history. So you could click there, and then it takes you to Purdue, which has a wonderful online writing lab that shows you exactly how to utilize this style. So you can go down, introduction, notes, bibliography, all this good stuff. And then within here, it actually shows you how to utilize a website, a book, a journal, or a film. So if you have a book, it's called Egon Schiele. And you can find different books. Okay, we can say this must be the one. And citation was created. So in the APA style, here's your citation. You can copy and paste that right into your bibliography. So it has the author, obviously, the title, publication, where it was published, and then obviously the year. So that's all really helpful as well as you prepare. Make sure that you have your bibliography or works cited page at the end with your cited materials. Make sure that you're using in-text citations. All of that is in here as well. So that is to say, if you cite something in the text, which you will be doing, you have to add an in-text citation, which, in Chicago style would be a footnote. In MLA would be in-text citations, would actually be parentheses with the author's name and the page. That kind of thing. Please let me know if you have any questions. I hope that this has helped you to better understand ways to find sources, peer-reviewed, really good sources as you prepare for to turn in your paper. Let me know if you have questions, and I hope you have a great rest of the semester.